It's the 2KMC, and
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
NBA regular season opener for a couple of teams. Thank you all for tuning in. So happy you're here. I'm ecstatic that you're here. And
I miss you too,
and I'm really happy that Kenny and Shaq are here,
I
too.
miss you too, Ernie.
Yeah, me too. Tonight, we'll be watching the Minnesota Timberwolves playing against the Golden State.
Alongside Chris. Chris Webber and Greg Anthony, I'm Kevin Harlan, the fourth member of our crew. From the sideline, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. It'll be the defending NBA champion Golden State Warriors facing Minnesota. C-Web, the guard matchup tonight. Plenty of firepower in both backcourts.
This is a guards league now. Maybe the greatest accumulation of guards of all time when you think about what guards and their impact is in this league. And that's what fans love to see. That's what I love to see. Sharp shooting, creative passing, more than a few highlights. Euro step, breaking ankles, speeding up, the shimmy. Give me all of it. I'll take it.
Let's do it. All fueled up and ready to go. Let's check out who's on the floor, courtesy of Gatorade. And Golden State looking at who they've got. They've got Al Harrington, who's out there with Durant, and it's Bull in at the center, locking down the middle. Now here's Bird. Over Durant. No good from Bird.
And mark that one down right there. It's going to be a long time until we see him miss another one like that.
Here's Bull out of bounds. Minnesota takes possession. Now here's Johnson. And now we'll go to David Aldridge, who spoke with Steve Kerr. David.
And Coach had nothing but praise for his players, saying, they've done everything I've asked. They put in the extra work in practice, trying to turn their weaknesses into strengths. That's showing up in the win column. As a coach, Kevin, that's probably the best you can ask for. Back to you.
Thank you, David. Now, here's Harrington. And again, no good by Golden State. And now just over a minute played here in the first. Allen outside. And stolen by Jordan. .130 left here in the opening quarter. 6 to shoot. Here's Francis. Bird covering. Francis' shot is off.
You got to give the D credit there. Effective. He didn't have much room to get the shot off.
Allen passes to Johnson. Durant with the steal. Harrington with it. Guarded now by Duncan. It's good. Francis has got his team on the board to start the game for the Warriors.
First points of the night, and here we go.
He's showing his initiative, trying to put his imprint on the game right out the gate.
They set the screen. Johnson outside. Shot from the wing. And once again off the mark by Minnesota.
Whoa, the D caught a break on that play. I'm sure that is not the plan, leaving him so wide open.
Here's Francis. Bird covering. Harrington with a screen on Bird. Durant kicks to Harrington. Allen against Jordan. Now the pass to Bull. Now Jordan. Knocked away. Allen right side. And he's off on his first shot of the game. There's the buzzer, and not much scoring at all through the first quarter of play. Warriors ahead. They lead by 2. We've got more NBA basketball coming your way in just a minute. And we got a close game here as we get back to the second quarter. What do you guys think about the Warriors here so far?
Just playing suffocating defense. That's been the difference here for them.
And really, for the whole first quarter, they've maintained their intensity. Let's see how long they can sustain it.
Timberwolves trail.
Yeah, Coach Steve Kerr may seem to have a laid-back demeanor, but knowing him personally, I tell you what, he's fiery. He's intense and he wants to win. When tempers flare, don't be surprised to see him smashing clipboards and letting loose on the sideline.
And Golden State looking at who they've got. Mirotic out there with Ori. Then it's Jordan. Then it's Jared Bayless. And it's Favors in at the 5, patrolling the paint. Got that bucket in no time at all. Jordan's got the second quarter going with the first basket of the period for the Warriors. And playing for the Bulls, Kerr famously got into a fight with a teammate, Michael Jordan.
Yeah, he has that competitive spirit, that edge you need to succeed in this game. Great people skills, sure. He's not a pushover.
Jackson. Favors with the rebound. Warriors leading by 4. Here's Ori. And it's Bayless in the corner. Favors with the screen. Just 5 to shoot. The shot by Ori, no good. Timeout called, first of the game for Minnesota. Now, Chris, this is what we've been waiting for. Opening day, everyone starts with a clean slate, and optimism is high.
There's optimism for every team, even the ones in the middle of rebuilds. And for the fans, I tell you, this is the best day ever because everybody's team is undefeated, and it's possible for anyone to win a championship. We're not in February, the doom days of February, where fans have their head down because the record kind of shows them the reality of the situation. So right now, this is for the dreamers. This is for the fans to root their teams on. Optimism is abundant.
Good perspective. Whole new look on the floor for Minnesota. Timberwolves trail by 4. 2 minutes remaining in the quarter. Quarter number 2 with just over a minute gone. And stolen by Jordan. That shot off. Excellent D there from Allen. Now the Timberwolves with it. Next up in the docket, the Bucks following this one. And that's game 2 of this string of 4 games played at home. Johnson with it. He's picked up by Jordan. Shoots from the right block. And Bird finishes inside.
Well, no matter what, he's always going to be one of the most dangerous men on the court.
Knocked away. And now here's Johnson, a fast break chance. He kicks to Allen. They set the pick. Takes it from 10. Here's Hernan Gomez, and he hits it to tie the game up.
His hard work on the backboard really just has given them more opportunities to score.
And the Warriors decide to take their first time out here. This their first chance to take a look at the Timberwolves this season.
And they usually came out on top when these two teams faced off last year. No surprise, they're the better team.
Austin, he's checked in for Hernan Gomez.
All right, a moment to check out stats for Durant. Great showing for him last season. Putting in about 26 points per, 7 rebounds, and 5 assists. With him, you get so much, but his ability to lead the way with his scoring, probably his best attribute.
An offensive juggernaut. I mean, he can just beat you in so many ways. You got to give it up for him.
And there's the basket. Whistle blows and a chance for a three-point play. Going to the line for 1.
And they're finally starting to shake off the horrible shooting slump they suffered there through the first quarter.
Minnesota shooting their first free throw of the night here.
And they had a lot of success. A season ago as a team, hitting about 80% of their free throw.
Hill, he's checked in for the Warriors. Now a timeout called by Golden State.
And with the tide running against them, needs to talk it over with his guys.
Man, they straight up been getting smoked over this stretch. They really need to refocus here.
We have a moment now. Let's take a look at the three-pointer to two-pointer shot ratio here in the postseason for the Warriors.
Guys, they're a tough team to peg. You see that chart. You know, shots coming from all different areas. They do a great job of allowing the ball to determine where the shot's going to come from.
Golden State moving it around. Goal, that's good.
Yeah, and this is what happens when you have a scorer like Jordan on the floor. He attracts all that attention defensively, leaving guys wide open.
Here's Harrington. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Jordan.
And we always talk about making your teammate better. That assist was right on target.
Johnson against Jordan. Johnson outside. Kicks it to Bird. Softly drops in the floater.
Oh, such a field shot there, the floater.
And the first half comes to a close. We've got a close game going on here. All right, David, thank you. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the third quarter.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Ernie Johnson here with Shaq and Kenny, and a favorite time of the year. It was a closely contested first quarter for Minnesota. Some good moments from both teams, but as the first period wrapped up, they trailed by 2. If you look at the second quarter scoring, they had a small edge. They really hung tough as we got close to halftime. And Kenny, what did you see out there from the Timberwolves?
Well, I think they're feeling the energy of this hometown crowd. Sometimes you get a little complacent and comfortable in your surroundings, but no, they fed off adrenaline in the first half.
Shaq, what are your thoughts on Golden State?
Here we go now, the start of the third quarter, welcoming you back in a closely contested first half so far. And here is Johnson. Quiet so far offensively, searching for his first points of the game. We've got Johnson dunking out there with Bird. And it's Tony Allen. And it's Hernan Gomez in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. So that's who Tom Thibodeau starts the second half with. And 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the content.
And Harrington, quite the role player. A big man with a soft stroke from deep, prime time shooter when he gets it going.
And both free throws good for Harrington. Chris, your team's battled Kobe Bryant many times. Name some of the players today who you think can compare mentally to the Kobe Bryants and the Michael Jordans, guys you play.
Oh, wow. Well, Kobe says he's seen it in Kyrie Irving and the Greek Freak and a few others. I've seen it in Westbrook and how hard he plays. And KD. Don't think Steph Curry's just this little nice, helpless guy out there with the shoot threes and turn around. He's one of those guys, too, that just wants to put that dagger into your heart with a deep 3 late in the game. So definitely Westbrook, KD, Curry, those guys come to mind for me.
Here's Francis. There's a screen. Durant against Johnson. 6 to shoot. Right side Durant over Johnson. And he overshot that one, missing.
Does a good job just to get the shot off clean. Even if he can't knock it down, the fadeaway is really his only choice now.
And that one is good.
And when you have this kind of size as a point guard, what a tremendous advantage. Magic can really match up with all 5 positions.
Warriors trail by 4. Bayless the pass to Hill. Back to Bayless. And taken away by Johnson. Lays it in off the breakaway. Johnson's got 7.
And that's the kind of play you just do not want to give up defensively. You lose the possession and give up a quick 2 at the other end.
Timeout called the Warriors.
And when you take a look at that shot chart, the amount of misses lately, really unbelievable.
Man, this is a joke. I mean, there's been some glimpses of hope, but they've been few and far between.
Let's use this break for a quick look at the squads that really made it happen on the fast break last season. The Warriors, number 1.
Do they love to run? I mean, nobody did it better. They would get out in the lanes and push the ball even after makes.
And Gibson kicks to Poe. Collins with it. Quiet so far offensively, searching for his first points of the game. 1:11 left in the third quarter. Here's Francis. And again, it's the Warriors missing. Timberwolves leading by 6. Johnson outside. Passes it to Ham. Back to Johnson. Takes it off the glass. He's got 9.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint. They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Here's Francis. Favors with a screen on Gibson. got a piece of it. That's going to be over and back. Not watching for the line that time. Bird, he's checked in for Minnesota. Jackson comes in for Johnson. Mirotic is checked in for Golden State. Just under 2.5 minutes into the third quarter now. To the paint. Here's Jackson. There's the basket and make it a double-digit lead. Jackson's got his first 2 points of the night.
At the defensive end, they've lost some of their focus since halftime.
Now a timeout called by Golden State.
Yeah, he's got to make some adjustments here. Just too easy to score in the lane against them right now.
Well, I think the first thing they need to talk about is rotations. There's a lot of miscommunication out there.
Tony Allen's checked in for Minnesota. A little over 2.5 minutes off the clock in this final half of play. Pass to Francis. They need this one. That's good, and so Bayless with the assist. Francis has got 5 points so far.
Great set play, laying down the screen and setting up the easy chance.
And Gibson kicks to Bird. Excellent D there from Mirotic. And so it's Minnesota heading to the bench with a 7-point lead as we wrap up the quarter. They've been playing some ferocious defense. And we've got more NBA action on 2K Sports coming your way after this break. And now let's go back to a play from earlier as we show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And he sliced the D wide open with this feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
No, it's quick decision making. You see a guy open, you can't hesitate. That's an outstanding play.
Hello and thanks for joining us, folks. The fourth quarter of play getting started. Timeout called the Warriors. Okay, well, let's check in with David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sideline.
Thanks, Kevin. Well, Steve Kerr talked to his team during the break. He wants to change it up defensively and get more people packed into the paint. He said they're beating us up down low. We have to put a stop to it. Let's see if they respond, Kevin.
On the court for Golden State here in the fourth. We've got Durant. Jared Bayless is out there with Michael Jordan. Then it's Al Harrington. And it's Bull in at the center position. Now here's Gibson following the miss by Michael Jordan. And Gibson kicks to Hernan Gomez. To the middle. Count that one, and the Minnesota lead has been cut down now to just 5 on the bucket from Harrington.
A good score inside, and the defense really offering very little resistance.
That's just an attack mindset. I love it. Game on the line. He's out competing, guys.
Now here's Duncan. Back to Gibson. Just 5 on the clock. Pulls up. Another shot, and Duncan lays it in.
And Duncan just superb when he gets in close to the basket. Has a number of moves to choose from, and that soft, delicate touch near the rim.
Durant against Bird. Releases from 15. That one, no good. And it's the Timberwolves taking it the other way. In the corner, Gibson with it. And the Timberwolves call time here. They're in front by 7. There's 1:40 left in the fourth quarter. And the Timberwolves making a change here. Johnson's checked in. Allen passes to Johnson. Poked loose. And it's the Warriors on the break. Here's Jordan. The rebound by Johnson.
Wow, he just does everything right there except hit the layup.
1:22 left to play in the final quarter. They set the pick. And the Warriors making a change here. Here's Duncan. And the rebound goes to the Warriors. Bulls got 4 rebounds now tonight. Here's Durant. And the jam by Kevin Durant.
When you need a big bucket, you were looking for Durant every chance you get. He has delivered so many times in that situation.
Johnson kicks to Bird. Fires from the wing. And right through it goes. And the Timberwolves lead by 7.
He does all the little things. I mean, he does the big things. I mean, he's got them in front with another outstanding performance.
Connects. Oh, and that cuts the lead to just 5.
The ability Durant has to score inside, it puts him over the top when you're talking about the NBA's best offensive player.
The critical possession right here.
Crowd on pins and needles, Kev.
There's 31 seconds left in the fourth. Just 5 on the clock. It's good. What a beautiful shot to bring them to within 3.
When things get tough, you start to lean on your stars, and Durant always seems to come up with a clutch shot.
And they go to the intentional foul.
Yeah, you have to do that, though. You can't just let him dribble the game.
And so both free throws are good. And it's a 5-point game.
Those are big. I mean, it turns into a 2-possession game.
Timeout called the Warriors. They trail by 5. 19 seconds left to play here in the fourth. Guys, your thoughts?
And they're going to have to score. Quick foul. Can't waste any time here.
Well, there's a lot to talk about in this huddle. They'll also have to decide who they'll want to foul.
A chance now to recognize our Jordan player of the game, Magic Johnson.
And he's just been crushing it from the field tonight, Kevin. Whether it's been on open looks or with the guy draped all over him, he just hadn't missed much. With his percentage in the sky-high range, they've had no choice but to make him their #1 option on every trip.
And now we've got the intentional foul.
Shooting for Minnesota, Magic Johnson. 2 shots.
He hits the first one, and that increases their lead to 6. So he gets them both, and it's a 7-point game.
Jumping on the chance to up their lead at the line.
Pass to Francis. Here's Bowl. No good. And so the Timberwolves take the win. It was up for grabs right until the final seconds.
Yeah, and for me, Kevin, what stood out is just the overall trust this group has in one another when it matters most. Doing what had to be done and to send these fans home happy.
And that about does it for the first game of the new NBA season. For David Aldridge, Greg Anthony, and Chris Webber, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for watching the NBA on 2K Sports. We'll see you later.